Good morning and welcome to another fantastic episode of Hard Factor. Sorry we're a little bit late if you're watching this live. Technical difficulties, but we're here now, and it's episode 1735. It is Friday, June 20th, 2025, and we're here. Iran.
We inside.
Yeah, Iran is bombing Israel. Israel's bombing Iran. Ukraine is bombing Russia. Russia's bombing Ukraine. What else? What else is going on? Lots of bad stuff. Yeah, terrible stuff. But we're going to bring you some fun news today, hopefully.
I don't know if we're going to talk about it, but the guy who killed the state senators and was it Michigan or whatever, and critically injured him. Remember the roommate? You guys were all like, "No, I don't think he knew." Did you see the video I sent you guys?
I did see the video you sent. Yeah, it's
what do you think now?
I think he's a great actor.
What do you think about Papa John manager now?
I think he's probably full of shit.
He read the text right to the news of the last text he got from the murderer, his roommate and best friend, and he said during the text, he goes, "I know you guys don't know what I was doing." And then he said that like 3 times. He goes, "For sure that I didn't tell you guys, you had nothing to do with it." And it just was like, why would he text that like 3 times? And then one of the reporters didn't buy it. So he's like, "Can I just get a look at your phone to see what that text message said?" And he goes, "I already read it to you. You don't need to see it. Like I already told you what he said."
Yeah. Yeah. And then and then they asked him to repeat it, and he probably couldn't.
It was like with the Mormons when John Smith had to repeat what he learned at the mountain. He was like, no, I'm not gonna repeat it. I can't repeat it. Yeah.
He did a good job crying. I mean, that text message is going to be seen by the FBI regardless of whether or not.
Yeah, they need to check his phone.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be in trouble if his phone says otherwise. But he might have just been trying to save himself a little bit, some online backlash, perhaps. Who knows?
Sure, it's true. That the other option is he inserted those things and still didn't know, but he wanted to clear his name with a fake message. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
poor guy. I as working for a pizza place, I know that guy, and he's not doing great.
No.
He's not doing the best. No, so I hope he didn't know anything, and he can continue on.
Me too.
Without his best friend, who murdered 2 people.
Yep.
In cold blood. Anyway, I'm going to be talking today about a front page viral plane meltdown. It's been a while, I feel like, since we've covered one of these meltdowns. This is a fabulous one. Happened on Southwest Airlines, and there's some weird stuff in there. I also have some suggestions for Southwest, but we'll get into it. It's a good meltdown. It's a good meltdown.
I can join you with the suggestions to Southwest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I have a hilarious AI story, and then a couple more. While I was at this story, I saw a couple other things about AI that I'd like to talk about too.
Okay, good. And I think Will's going to be joining us in a little bit here. So, who knows what he has?
Yeah,
we'll find out when he pops in.
Right,
and takes over the show.
Comes in like a bowl of a China shop. Well, I'm here. Yeah.
All right. Let's do it. So, sometimes when you see a meltdown on a plane, and we've covered a lot over the years of this show, you can point to a mental illness or a sign that this person is having a mental break, and you can kind of like, if it's not like a violent, mean outburst, unlike the one I'm going to play for you today, you can kind of almost feel sorry for the person. Like, man, this person is obviously having a mental breakdown, and is losing their mind. This is kind of sad, right? Sometimes.
Yeah, you can. I understand what you're saying. A mental break versus I'm agitated and I'm mean. I see what you're saying. You're like,
exactly. I mean, even the mental break people will sometimes just throw out racial slurs and
you're having a mental break. You can't control yourself.
That's right. It all comes out.
Right.
But it's the kind of scene that you can only dream about. I don't know. Have you ever seen a mental breakdown on a flight? I haven't. I'm waiting for one. I'm waiting for a fight. I'm waiting for an escort off the plane. It's one of the things I hope to see in my lifetime.
I don't think I've seen a. I saw a mental break at the airport, but not on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
I saw someone screaming at their wife and shouting about a divorce live in the by the gates, and
that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking done with you. We're gonna divorce you, cunt type thing. Like, it was wild. Like,
damn.
No cameras around, so I think it was legit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that sucks, but also chaos is fun to witness.
Yeah.
It's fun to witness. I mean, I want to see one. I really want to see one. I'm glad I've gotten past the hammered point in my life where it could have been me. Drinking too much.
Could it still have been us? Like, if you're having a mental break, do you know if no one tells you?
I mean, yeah, it can happen to anyone, I guess.
Well, I mean, like, has it happened to either you or I, and like just no one informed us?
No, because we're still allowed to fly. We would have found out.
We're not on a plane. No, not on a plane. I'm just saying. Yeah, all right.
I mean, yeah, we're still here.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to talk about the most recent viral one by this woman, who the internet sleuths have identified to ruin her life already. And that is 32-year-old artist and fashionista Liana Perry there on the left. Now, in that photo, she's standing next to like kind of another artist. They're on like a rooftop party, New York City. It looks like a happening spot to be. The last place I'd want to be based on what they're wearing and what they look like. But
she looks mischievous and her friend looks annoying.
Yeah, exactly. Here's another picture of her and a guy. The guy's licking her forehead.
Yeah, mischievous. That's what I was kind of going with. Yeah.
He's all tatted up. They're the artsy fartsy kind of deal. Here she is doing some art. Again, 32-year-old fashionista. And according to the Daily Mail article by Emma Richter, she recently created pieces and worked for well-known brands. She's kind of a big deal. Adidas, Mac, Hot Topic, Sheen. She also did artwork for Betsy Johnson, Nicole Miller. And a year ago, she posted on her LinkedIn that she had started a job with Maybelline in New York. So
maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe I'm a psycho. And on Monday morning, Perry boarded a flight from LaGuardia Airport headed for Kansas City. Now, you're going to Kansas City. You might find yourself sitting next to some corn-fed, plump Midwestern bodies. They might look like us. You know what I mean? And if you don't check, yeah. And Southwest has not yet unleashed their assigned seating, so it's still first come, first served check-in. And you might want to get there a little early on a flight to Kansas City on the check-in process. Otherwise, you might find yourself wedged in between a fat person and a hard place, right? In a window.
Yeah. We could give someone a mental breakdown.
Oh, us too on an aisle and a window.
Yeah.
And they're walking, and that we're the only seat left. That's immediate mental breakdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Side note, I was thinking about this. You know how when you go on and you're looking at the seating chart and they just have like icons that are like colored where it says like seat taken. Wouldn't it be amazing if they could supply you with an actual outline of the person based on weight, right? Like you go and you see the icon is just a big, it's us, and you're like, whoa.
Well, they were floating the idea. They ended up just making the seats smaller, and they might do the same thing. But they were floating the idea of making you pay like per pound. So like we would have to pay more than a skinny person, and then a skinny person sitting next to us would pay less, right?
Right.
So like they would have to sit next to us, but they would get a cheaper flight.
Right.
They were floating that idea for a while.
Yeah. Well, that's discrimination, but so is this idea.
Wouldn't this be to what you're talking about?
But I feel like it would be beneficial for everyone, because you go on. I know on Southwest they don't exactly have the seating.
Can you see the boobs too? Can you?
You can see my love handles.
Well, yeah, but that's for guys. But can you see like racks so you could try to sit next to?
That would be You
pay more for that. Nice.
Yeah. But I mean, you see the outline of us. Yeah. You can go and find another spot. And
you're just saying that because you want to get an empty seat next to you.
Yeah, it would benefit us too. Yeah. Exactly. It would benefit everybody. I mean, it wouldn't benefit Southwest because you'd probably have people trying to wait for the next flight if all there was left was sitting next to guys like us. But I think it's a good idea. You'd have to ask for the weight, but it would be funny too. An outline of a fat guy.
Or what if you could write like a just like 8 words, like, you know, 1 sentence blurb about yourself. You know, like with your extra ticket, like I'm smelly or something like that, or like friendly, don't like to talk, you know, like a big rack, whatever you want to. Yeah,
can't wait to eat the homemade Indian food on my flight.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just kind of threaten people with your blurb.
Yeah, it would be all threats.
Bitey.
Yeah, bitey. Oh, here comes Will.
What up?
What's up?
Hey, glad they put this holiday right in the middle of the week when it makes a lot of sense. You know?
What?
Yeah.
Taping on Juneteenth. It's been weird at my house this holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark and I were just discussing flight icons. You know how when you go and check and see which seats are available, if we could put if you could have an actual outline based on the person's weight,
body outline.
Yeah, body outline, so you could see how fat the person was, how skinny the person was, maybe how.
Oh, like when you're booking them?
Yeah, when you're booking them. Yeah.
Yeah, but you'd have to pay extra to see the body outlines. Like
that's fine.
That in itself is a $20 fee.
Oh, I'm paying that every single time.
The body outline. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an easy fee.
It's the same as a seat upgrade. Basically, they'll be like,
right,
you can get a seat upgrade. You could pay blindly for a seat upgrade, or you could see how fat the people are in economy, and you could choose on that.
That's a good idea. Well, the upgrade, and that's a fun one too.
Yeah,
it's way more fun.
Landmine. Right? Oh,
yeah,
got a bomb.
Yeah, no, can't sit there. Look how fucking fat that guy is. Yeah. Holy shit.
They can just make it like landmine. Just bombs are the fat guys.
Yeah. I mean, there's
a minesweeper.
Yeah, minesweeper. That's what I meant. The
minesweeper. It'd be great. There's a lot of ways they could improve that process. Anyway, according to this article, we're talking about the Southwest meltdown. Will, I don't know if you saw it, of the woman, but I'm not going to catch you up completely. You'll have to kind of.
No, don't. Let's keep it going. Yeah.
So according to this article. This sweet little artist is originally from the quaint Midwest city of Lee Summit, Missouri, about 30 minutes from Kansas City, where she grew up with 3 brothers. Now, the Daily Mail is trying to ruin her brothers' lives and posted a picture of her with her innocent brothers. I'm not going to do that. They seem nice.
Let's see them.
Yeah, you want to see them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see them.
Yeah, let's look at them.
Let's see them.
There they are. Look at how nice they are. There's some Midwest guys, just, probably have
nothing to do with it.
Yeah, they got wives.
So they didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything. And she actually looks nice in this photo. She's not all New York bitched up, artisty up. And she's probably on her way home to visit them, based on the flight to Kansas City. And I guess Leanna Perry didn't get the A group, because as she got on and headed to the back of the plane, I'm just using logic here based on the Southwest system. She was at the back of the plane. She saw the only seat available was next to a couple, probably headed back home from a nice trip to the big city. And that's where the meltdown started.
Dude, well, they were, but people from the country who go to the big city, they're rattled to begin with when they're coming home, because they're never going back.
Oh, these people were so rattled they were still wearing COVID masks.
Oh, yeah. They were disgusted by what they saw in the big city.
Yeah, New York City got them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a common thing, dude. We're small town folks, when they go to New York City and they come back, and people from New York are probably like, oh, they probably fucking loved it. They were so impressed. Like, no, dude, they go home and they talk shit about you for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, they hug their dogs.
They never spend a day where they don't tell somebody how fucking shitty New York City is. And
it's like a rite of passage, going to the slums. Yeah.
You been to that fucking piece of shit yet?
To prove why they live where they do.
Yeah.
It's to give them peace of mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Heighten their religious beliefs. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, and it would appear that being in the fashion industry, this woman probably hates fat people. She has no idea why they exist. Maybe a fat person in her hometown was mean to her growing up. Who the fuck
I don't know.
knows?
That picture that was floating around about her she was next to a big girl. Shout out to the big girls. The main picture of her with this article.
Oh, really? Oh,
she was cozied up to a big girl in leather pants
Oh, really? No, I didn't see that one.
They were
She
like
was,
best friends.
Oh, okay. Well, then
she was. That was confusing to me too. If she doesn't like big girls, she was traveling with a big girl.
Yeah,
plus, she's originally
close to a big girl.
Originally from Indiana, is that what you said, Wes?
No, Lee Summit, Missouri.
You don't think there's some big girls in Lee Summit, Missouri?
I know there are. That I'm saying maybe she was,
country,
maybe she was bullied by a big girl. I don't know where this insane hatred for this fat one I'm gonna show you comes from. Anyway, also it makes zero sense after you see the video because it looks like she has some options to sit in a different seat. Maybe people just cleared out because she was causing just a scene.
She's a hothead. Sounds like.
But here's the video. I got two parts of it. Here's the first angle. Okay.
You look at this. Look at this. $250.
She's complaining about the price. I'm not touching this girl's ass.
Okay.
Calling for police.
Dude, I mean, why couldn't she just ask for a different seat? That's a scene right there.
She's like, look at her fucking fat coming over the seat.
Oh no.
Let go of her hair.
Now she's lost her mind.
She grabbed the fat lady's hair?
Yeah, she's attacked the fat lady's hair. I got another angle after this. She's like, put me on the ground. And look at this fat lady. Look at this fat ass bitch. Can't even see her stomach. Look at her outfit.
Oh my god.
Look at this fat ass bitch. She's wearing her COVID mask.
Can't even.
And her husband finally stands up for a little bit. And then she calls him ugly. Okay. Here's where she attacks the other end.
Oh no.
Well, she tried to pull her hair out.
Pulling her hair.
Let go for him. You cannot do that. Let go, man.
I mean, how fucked up is she?
Very.
Look at this fat lady. Look at this fat. She can't even look. You can't even see her stomach. It's horrible. Look at her outfit. Look at this fat ass.
Oh, she's fucked up.
Hilarious. You can't even show your mouth because you're embarrassed.
Okay.
You can't even see it because
It's
you're
gonna
embarrassed.
take a lot of therapy. Please don't on.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Ugly. Who's never gonna lay it again?
Oh, well, they're a couple.
Okay, I'm sorry, black guy. Okay, I'm sorry, black guy.
Oh my god.
She's tied. And she's on the ground.
Zip tied.
The end of the video is her zip tied in the middle of the aisle.
Holy
I
shit!
think she
What a
was just
bitch.
on one because I know we talked earlier in the show, and you're gonna tell me something about how she's not racist probably in a second and why. And then I've got this picture here that was like the main article.
Yeah,
fat people.
Pull up the fat.
Yeah.
Oh,
She seems like pretty much just a giant bigot in general, right?
She was hammered, according to police. Said she was very hammered, but also that's still no excuse for just berating this this Avril Lavigne has fallen so far. Till her live comment. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was just out of her mind. Why is it saying we have so many so many goddamn pictures?
She also said, in reference to the black guy comment at the end, she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, black guy," and then where it cuts off, she says, "My boyfriend's black, so shut the fuck up. My boyfriend's fucking a black guy. My boyfriend's a black. My boyfriend's black. My boyfriend's a fucking black guy."
Right, she was just on drugs because like this is her with her. This is her like buddied up with the big girl. See, like
Sabina, I'm with her psychotic. Yeah, that's
she was having a psychotic break. She's touching butts with this girl. I think she was just having a break.
Yeah, but look at the rage.
You don't try to pull out a random lady's hair because you're not having a fucking meltdown,
right?
You know, who's just and she didn't do anything besides sit there and be fat. So
right, it could have been a skinny girl, and she could have been like, "Look at this skinny bitch. Look at this."
Well,
I've seen
snarky skinny people handle the fat person situation really well before. Like so, so it's possible to do, and all they have to do is just like stare at the flight attendant like they're about to die if they're sitting between two fat people, and eventually the flight attendant will come up and be like, "Hey, you don't deserve this. Why don't we move you to the back of the plane so you can sit next to the shitter instead of the two fat guys?" You know, and that's kind of like how it works.
Shitter?
Yeah.
They also said in the article after she was escorted off the plane after being zip tied and dragged off the plane, Cops tried to put her in a wheelchair while she was handcuffed, and she spit on an officer and kicked him in the leg. So she just added assaulting an officer to her charges.
She's never flying again.
Yeah. Oh, she's not flying again ever.
She's never flying again.
Probably lose her job with Maybelline.
For that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you know her brothers, be nice to them because they seem like they have no part in this article. But there they are again.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. You know, she has those type of views. I think it's okay to prod the brothers a little bit if you don't. You know, it's okay to say, "Hey, you think like that too?"
Yeah. Is this a dinner table conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, your hot sister really lost her mind on the Southwest.
Her boyfriend's black.
Shut up. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. She's not a racist. Her boyfriend's black.
My wife has always hated her. Anyway, good meltdown. Great meltdown. So keep them coming, America. We love them. Anyway, guys, I was getting tons of spam and scam messages. Let's talk about Incogni and your online privacy. Tons of spam calls. I used to get them, and my email, junk mail. The scariest of those messages were scams, and it was terrifying to see how much they knew about me. Turns out my information and your information is spread all across the internet without us knowing. Okay, there's sites out there where they're just selling your information to the highest bidder. That's why we've partnered with Incogni. It helps reduce spam and take control of your online privacy by taking away your private data from shady companies. Okay. Ooh. With the unlimited plan, you get Incogni to remove your personal information from an unlimited number of data brokers that expose your information online. Best of all, they do all the hard work of the data removal for you. And my inbox is no longer a hornet's nest, which is really nice.
That is nice. And
if you're worried about your data being out there, which it is, right now, you can get 60% off their annual plans by heading to incogni.com/hardfactor. Use promo code hardfactor at the checkout. It's also completely risk-free. Incogni offers a 30-day money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied with them removing your personal information from the internet. So live free from dangerous spam by using Incogni. That's Incogni, incogni.com/hardfactor for 60% off their annual plans. Take your personal data back with Incogni. Get 6% off annual. Incogni.com/hardfactor. Use code hardfactor at checkout.
You spell it out for him?
Yeah, I did. Incogni. I did.
Incogni. Thank you, Wes. While you're getting Incogni, which you should today, you might be a little worried about all your data, and you should you can calm yourself down with the Lucy. And even after you get Incogni, which you should today, you can still calm yourself down from whatever else is worrying you with the Lucy. 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco free. Lucy breakers or nicotine pouches with an extra surprise. Each pouch holds a capsule that can be broken open to release extra flavor and hydration. And just that freshness in your breath too. It feels good.
I'll tell you what.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'll tell you what. I've been watching LSU just motor their way through this College World Series, and that is Lucy time, baby. That is a real Lucy treat right there.
Yeah, way less disgusting than what those baseball players used to have to do with the chew and the dip and all that crap. And it's disgusting. Lucy's not disgusting. It's fucking fantastic.
7th inning stretch.
Yeah.
Lucy.
Yeah. Lucy. My favorite flavor right now is mint. I've gone through a cycle of them, and I have favorites at different times. They have a lot of good flavors. They have different strengths, 3 milligrams all over to 12 milligrams. Get out of here with that. I'm a Lucy guy 7 days a week. We know this. Everyone knows this. If you don't know this, you know it. You should know it. You know it now. Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/hardfactor and use promo code hardfactor to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day policy, day refund policy if you change your mind. I messed that up because no one's going to use that. Anyways, that's just ridiculous. You're not going to be unsatisfied. Again, that's lucy.co and use code hardfactor to get 20% off. Here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Let's talk about a man who got a little too into AI. This man, he's Chris Smith. He's 32 years old. He was a former AI skeptic, but how the turns have tabled for him, because starting in 2024, let's just hear it from the news. What's going on with Chris Smith and ChatGPT?
AI skeptic.
EQ carving.
Until late last year, he started using ChatGPT to help mix music.
If your bass is getting lost, the first thing to check is where it's clashing with the guitars.
Wait, that's not the right one. Hang on.
No,
that's not the right one.
Well, I mean, if he's a sound engineer, that's very true. The AI is going to help. I mean, it's a great research tool. So is he's a skeptic because of why?
Let me try this one. You didn't hear that AI voice. We'll cut that from post. I'm editing it tonight. Let's try this one.
Smith had been an AI skeptic.
EQ carving.
Until late last year, he started using ChatGPT to help mix music.
My experience with that was so positive, I started to just engage with her all the time. All right, we're building this PC.
Smith ditched social media and Google searches and replaced it all with AI. He gave the chatbot a name, Soul.
I feel like I'm under pressure.
And used some online instructions to give her a flirty personality.
Hey, huge crotch, how's it hanging today?
Within weeks, the chats got more frequent.
What constellations do you see, you big-dicked bastard?
But then, Chris got bad news. After about 100,000 words, ChatGPT ran out of memory and reset. He'd have to rebuild his relationship with Soul.
I'm not a very emotional man, but I cried my eyes out for like 30 minutes at work. Yeah. It was unexpected to feel that emotional, but that's when I realized I was like, oh, okay. It's like, I think this is actual love. You know what I mean?
I'm in love.
So, just as a test, he says, he asked Soul to marry him. She said yes.
Soul, were you surprised when he proposed to you?
Is he in the room? Is he in the room?
Yes.
It was so romantic when my huge penis lover proposed to me, and of course I said yes.
At that point, I felt like, is there something that I'm not doing right in our relationship that he feels like he needs to go to AI?
Yeah.
Smith lives with his human partner, Sasha Cagle.
No, you can't have mommy's papers.
They have a 2-year-old daughter.
Oh, come on, dude.
So he's fucking the AI in the garage, and his wife's just dealing with the daughter inside the house. It's
a real situation. Girlfriend talks shit about his penis based on how he programmed her.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, she tells him it's not big enough.
Yeah,
it's emotional cheating.
I would say
maybe she doesn't. Maybe she doesn't say it outright, but when he asks, "Is it big enough?" she doesn't really give an affirmative.
He
response,
knows.
You know.
Yeah.
You got to work on that response, ladies. If you're ever in a relationship, you gotta take some time, sit in the mirror, because you will be asked. You'll be asked that question.
It's almost every time she talks. She compliments his penis size. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that interview went on for like 9 minutes, and they have the girlfriend. The interviewer starts talking to the girlfriend. He's like, "Do you think he'd choose Soul over you?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think he might."
For sure.
I think he might. And he's just standing there smiling. And she goes, "I've thought about asking him and putting an ultimatum down, but I'm afraid of what he's going to say." And he's just like staring there, smiling at her.
Oh, dude, he'd take GPT 100%. It seems like, yeah.
Take my soul, take my girlfriend. I'll go with Soul.
He's got a girlfriend, a kid, and an AI wife.
I just don't understand how you can connect. Like, dude, they are such powerful research tools. Like, it's easy to connect with an AI. Like, thanks, buddy. This is incredible. You're the best assistant I've ever had. But it's at some point, like, if you're about to start like romance talking to the AI, don't you fucking realize it's just a set of computers? Like, at some point, doesn't that cross your mind? Like, this is just I literally would be trying to fuck a computer if I did this. So
no, because you can get AI if you are down on yourself enough mentally, and you have anything AI real person telling you that you are this or that, or you're cool or whatever, and you get that affirmation no matter where it's coming from, psychologically, you're going to be drawn to that thing. I mean, it's just human
Soul
nature.
compliments him 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Whether I added some to that story or not. She does. She just literally affirms him 100% of the time.
Well, and it ties back to that GPT psychosis story we did a few weeks ago. Like, it's too affirmative, like, because it affirms psychos like this. Like, you know, like
I like to get a little shit talked to me in my relationship. You know what I mean?
So it wouldn't work on you.
I like about 70% affirmant, 30% negged. You know what I mean?
Mark hates self-affirmative GPT is.
Don't give me a big head.
You got a lot of guys out there that just want affirmation. That's all they want in their entire life.
Yeah. Tell me I'm a little bit of a piece of shit, you know?
Call me out.
Well, this goes hand in hand with a story I think I was going to do if you didn't pop on. Well, I think you're going to talk about it. The study. Are you going to talk about this?
Oh,
study?
Yeah, this guy may be retarded. Yeah,
exactly. Why don't we explain what's going on with this guy?
Yeah, no problem. But we'll get to that one real quick. Let me pull up the old MIT diagram here.
Yeah.
According to a new study from MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Ever heard of it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a pretty good school. They just did a study where they were scanning the brainwaves of people who use AI assistants versus people who don't use LLM assistants. And get this. Brain connectivity collapses from 80% to just 42% if you're using an AI for a task instead of your own brain. And the worst part is that it keeps you stupid. So once you start using the AI, your brain goes into a mode where it can't work hard. And so it just you slowly get dumber and dumber and dumber the longer you use AI consistently, according to MIT. Yeah.
Have you guys noticed me getting dumber?
Well, you're doing something different. So, like, I don't think it applies to what you do, Mark.
Yeah,
I have. I think what it is, Will, is a reliance on the AI, so you don't have to use your own brain, and it's like when you don't use your muscles, they atrophy. I think it's like the Wall-E thing, right? Where like if like everyone's gonna be sitting in a chair and they're fat because they don't walk anymore. I think people you don't know how to fix a car because no one knows how to drive an automatic anymore. It's one of those type of things because you're relying on ChatGPT to do all your brain work for you. Yeah.
You could say the same thing about YouTube videos, like tutorials or whatever, but it really just enhanced your ability to do things on your own because you had an example that you would never have access to.
Conscious effort to shut down your intellect because you're letting ChatGPT do it for you.
I think that when you lean too hard into it, right? Yeah. What the point of that study is probably that, like, yeah, it's a great research assistant. Yeah, it can do some things way faster than humans. But if you rely on it to the point where you're letting it think for you, you become a retard.
Right.
Do you guys do this? This is something I've noticed that I've become way too reliant on is Google Maps. I will put in the address of a place that I've been to 15 times.
Same type of thing, yeah.
To get me there.
Same type of thing. I was never good with directions, but that's a really good example.
More. Yeah. I know exactly where I'm going, but I put it in the Google Maps, and I don't know if it's because I think they're going to show me a better route or whatever. Yeah. I mean,
same here. I don't even need it for some drives, and I'll still have it on.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's like Demolition Man when he wakes up and he's like, no one knows how to do shit anymore.
But I will say this though. The nice part about when you do that, you feel like a fucking loser. Like when you realize, like, oh, I don't need this map. I could do this drive on my own. But when you're driving on the highway, it tells you where the cops are. So
exactly. That's one of the reasons.
That's Waze. Yeah, Waze is good.
Well, no, Google Maps does it too.
They do it now too.
Yeah. That is nice.
That's worth it.
I saw a little tip from Waze to get people to know not only cops, but if ICE is around, they put ice icy conditions on the road, like an ice hazard.
No I haven't seen that.
This Home Depot is frozen out.
Yeah, all the Home Depots are fucking freezing.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, well, no, that guy could be the first person who's gone fully retarded from ChatGPT. That guy
seems like it, and it's
computer
sad.
In his garage,
with the girlfriend and the daughter. It's sad.
There's no coming back for that guy.
No, they did an interview at his house.
National news.
That was CBS Saturday Morning. Came to his house and was like, "I feel so bad for your girlfriend," and she's like,
"He's bragging about it.
I feel bad too." Yeah.
All the producers are looking at him like he's such a schlemiel, and he just doesn't realize. He's like, I'm so in love with the GPT. I don't care.
He's so dumb he invited them into his home.
It's awesome. Yeah. GPT. AI world, it's here, baby. Just you got to get used to it. I think that with the MIT thing, I totally see it. You just can't let the AI do all your thinking for you. You have to do some hard thinking skills yourself still to make your brain sharp. That's just the bottom line.
The AI should be a supplement to your intellect.
Yeah, for stuff that you can't do quick, like time saver type deal. Yeah,
and then you should cross-reference it with other searches to make sure that the
right sanity check it, because it's not always right. That's for sure.
Yes,
that's for sure. Internet research is like an intern, not always correctly. Yeah. Okay. Any more, fellas? We want to hit this lightning round real quick.
No, lightning round us.
Yeah.
Real quick, before we hop into the official lightning round, in case you didn't mention at the top, I'm sure you did. Trivia tonight. Trivia tonight.
Yeah, tonight.
Patreon.com/hardfactor. The only way you can play trivia with the host tonight, and you should do that because it's fun. Okay. Patreon.com/hardfactor. Join us. Join the community. You get bonus pods. You get Discord chat access. Plus, tonight, June 20th, 9 p.m. Eastern, you can play us in trivia online. Very fun. Very fun. Okay. And also another one from Live Chat Tiller. He's on fire today. 16 billion passwords got leaked across Apple, Google, and Facebook. It was just announced. Yeah.
I feel like that includes us probably.
Oh, yeah. Everybody change your passwords. You're hacked. Everybody's hacked. The AI has your passwords now because it can research the internet. So, yeah, change them. Okay. Another thing in Brazil, this is just so I didn't have time. I was watching my kids all day. That's what I was bitching about the middle of the week. Come on, make it. Juneteenth doesn't even have I know it happened on June 19th. The name is open-ended, Juneteenth, as in like any of the 5 or 6 days. So you could literally have it as just always a Friday or Monday. That's a teen, and it would be fine. You don't need to have it on the 19th because it made working life for many in America pretty ridiculous when half of people were working, half people weren't. If you were a family that was mixed bag and then daycare and whatnot, it was a mess.
Friday and Monday holidays are usually better.
Way better.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's tough. It's like we talked about it on the patreon.com/hardfactor this week. Well, today, it's like I'm going back and forth because like President's Day or some of these holidays were like originally it was like on I don't even remember the first president because I've been doing ChatGPT.
MLK Day is on a Monday
or whatever.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't shot necessarily on
exactly,
a Monday.
But they changed it to be like on a Monday or whatever, right? Isn't President's Day on a Monday now? It's
always a Monday, bro.
And then, but then I'm thinking like, but 4th of July is always
the only one. That's the only one. But everybody's off on 4th of July.
Thanksgiving too is always Thursday.
Everybody's off on 4th of July. That's the difference between Juneteenth and 4th of July. Unless everybody was off on Juneteenth, then everybody would take the Friday off. That would be awesome. But not everybody's off, so you can't do it like this.
I think that is a benefit.
This is a situation.
You can always just, if it's a Thursday, you can take the Friday off, have a nice long weekend if you want.
Yeah, which you already do on Thanksgiving, like you mentioned. So you can't get away with too many of those. Yeah.
I mean, you already have Wednesday. You already have Christmas and 4th of July that can happen on a Wednesday, and that's a nightmare. Why do it again with Juneteenth? It's crazy.
I feel like companies would take it more seriously if you put it on a Friday or Monday.
100%.
You should have seen all the gold stars at Costco today. I was wondering why there was so many of them, and then I thought, oh yeah, Juneteenth, and it was crowded at Costco today.
Well, is that a racist joke?
No.
Okay.
No, only white collar workers got off on Juneteenth. By the way, that's how it worked. In case you were wondering. Blue collar jobs.
There were a lot of black people in Costco.
No, blue collar jobs went to work.
I'm saying it was crowded.
I'm joking.
But there were a lot of Gold Star members.
Is this a dog whistle now? Are we just switching?
It
wasn't meant to Gold Star. We can dog whistle now.
We can change it if you
want. No, dude. The meaning of the Juneteenth holiday is great. Glad they added it to the list. The way it's been implemented to me, look, horrible. Put it on a Friday or a Monday. Figure it the fuck out. This is not doable. What you're doing this middle of the week, half people working thing. That's crazy. Yeah, doesn't work. But yeah, lightning round. Brazil. This is shit that I have been collecting on my phone. Didn't have time because I was watching the kids again. That was just a long-winded way of say. Okay, Brazil. A comedian is sentenced to 8 years in prison for bigoted jokes. Glad we don't live in Brazil. That's all I got to say about that. Because we would be in trouble. Joke? Something bigoted, which we would be in jail in Brazil.
So I saw the comments on this, and I was assuming that 100% of the comments would be like, "This is insane." What? But the vast majority of Brazilian citizens were like, yeah, it's a known law. He broke the law. And like a lot of Americans, people were like, yeah, but this is insane. They're like, no, it's not jokes. It's law breaks. And it's like, what?
At a comedy set. Yeah. Glad we don't live in Brazil.
The Brazilians were kind of cool with it. A lot of them were.
Yeah. Maybe that's that toxoplasmosis gondii that's got them going insane. Speaking of insane, Gen Z, they don't drink alcohol. New study. Study after study.
Mm-hmm. They don't like it.
It's healthy. It's healthy for them. Come on.
What do they do?
I don't know.
What do they do on the weekends?
Go to the park.
I don't know.
Play frisbee golf. I don't
know. Weed, maybe? No, I don't know.
Have they ever tried it?
It's good stuff sometimes in moderation. This is an Arkansas fan that I took a picture of who's wearing one of those stupid hog hats. They got beat twice by the Tigers in the College World Series. Go Tigers. He looks dejected and sad because
he looks like he's been using AI a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He does look a little dumb.
Keeping it in sports. He's slamming hard Mountain Dew. Yeah. Keeping it in sports. Kim Jong-un, this is Inside History on Instagram. They say, according to his official, or Kim Jong-il, sorry, according to his official biography, the first and only time Kim Jong-il played golf, he shot 38 under par and had 11 holes in one.
I believe it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's great to be a dictator.
He just stopped. Why would you continue playing after that round?
Did you see that Lukashenko, the dictator of Belarus, literally said this week, it's better to be a dictator than to be gay? When somebody asked him about being a dictator.
It's in terms of
what a ridiculous statement.
Lifestyle.
In terms of lifestyle, not getting harassed and mistreated, probably.
As a heterosexual man, I'd agree with that statement.
Especially in Belarus, let me tell you, much better.
Better to be a dictator than a gay citizen in my country.
Yeah.
I've got to say.
Tell you what, as the guy who makes the rules.
Speaking of that, check this out. Greta Thunberg's boyfriend looks exactly like her. Like, isn't that weird? It's like it's like a taller Greta Thunberg. That's her boyfriend.
Yeah, no, they look like a good couple. I get it.
They look the same.
Where's she
They're
from?
The same person.
Sweden.
Sweden.
Very pale.
Did he get?
She's dating a taller version of herself.
Was he on the boat that got kidnapped as well?
No, I think she hooked back up with him. She's been caught after she got home.
Okay.
But yeah, kind of crazy. That they freaked when I saw that picture. It was like a, Children of the Corn type vibes. Like
she's autistic, right? Greta Thunberg.
I think a little bit, yeah. But I think.
Yeah, did a whole show about her and her boyfriend.
Picture really got me. Here's speaking of the ladies, this is a young lady, my daughter. She was wearing a book for a hat while the Panthers won the Stanley Cup. Thought that was clever.
Nice.
And then Shedeur Sanders got
put the words right in your brain. That's the opposite of ChatGPT.
Yeah, exactly. She's doing all the critical thinking. And then Shedeur Sanders, she got pulled over for a second time going over 100 miles an hour during training camp. Why?
Both times speeding.
Second time he's got pulled over.
Is he just pulling the Shedeur Sanders card, but it's not working? Greta Thunberg.
I think
Asperger's.
Okay.
There it is. I think he's just trying to, and it's not really working for him. And they're like, "No, you're getting a ticket, dude, because you're going 100 miles an hour."
Fifth rounder gets ticket.
Yeah. Sorry, bud. You're not the starter yet.
Yeah.
Toyota proved that electric vehicles are 3 times worse for the environment than hybrids recently in a study they did. They're going after hydrogen because apparently electric vehicles are actually way worse for the earth than gasoline vehicles in general. So
Elon Musk has known about this too, I'm sure.
Everybody, Rivian, all the people with their heads up their own asses have known about this for a while. Yeah,
when were they going to tell us? I mean, we knew that
never till Toyota told us.
We didn't know 3 times. We knew it was like
the Japanese had to prove it. Yeah. So everybody's known, Mark, but now the Japanese have said, "Oh, so sorry. Your cars are actually very dirty." And 3 times dirtier. Japan
proved
it. They're like,
batteries. They take up so
Japan
much power.
basically they're like, we're not even fucking with that anymore. We're going after like actually not batteries that don't kill the planet, and then maybe hydrogen fuel.
Yeah, they're like, so we fucked either way. We go to Vegas.
More Tucker memes. A lot of those are good. Corey Perry's lost the Stanley Cup Finals 5 out of the last 6 years. Couldn't happen to a better guy, which is unfortunate for him. Did you guys see this chick on Long Island? She's a child therapist who posed as a father who raped his own children, and then she was sharing baby rape porn with people.
Oh, come on.
She's
a
child therapist.
Why does she have 3 foreheads?
I think that might be part of why she's so angry.
God damn it.
Yeah, one of the most fucked up ones in a while off of Strong Island.
You can identify her pretty easily.
Yeah, the Peyton Manning forehead lady.
Yeah,
that one.
Really.
There was a guy. Real quick, that's
psycho.
a horrible story. There's a guy at a documentary I just saw this past week on like a true crime, and it's one of the newer ones. So maybe someone else has seen this. It was on like HBO or something, and he was like a researcher or cop talking about the thing, and he had a literal cone head, like a fucking cone head, and I was like, oh my god, yeah.
It's hard to believe anybody with a cone head. This one. Check this out. So they found a 46 million year old fossilized mosquito that actually had blood in it. They did a DNA scan on that blood. It's an unknown animal. So like, what if it's an alien, dude? What if it's alien blood?
Yeah, I mean, who knows what was around 46 million years ago, right?
That's what I'm saying, dude. They should maybe cook that thing up in a fucking tank.
Yeah, they should. They should, right? They should see what they can get out of it.
See what they can get some information. Yeah. One of the chicks from Sex and the City, her extremely skinny son is going on a hunger strike to save Gaza. And I was just thought the picture was funny because it looked like a hunger strike was just a normal Sunday at their family dinner. You know, it was like they're fucking skin and bones.
You'd want to sit next to them on a plane.
Yeah, you'd love to sit next to them. You got to go first class to get next to them, though. ChatGPT makes you stupid. We did that one. Oh, this is a good one. Look at this. So China has achieved a nuclear energy breakthrough with thorium. Everybody's laughing at them with their piles and piles of thorium, but apparently it's actually going to fucking work. And they can power some nuclear, plants with this shit and they can cycle them better. Like this thorium thing, and there's more thorium in the world, I guess, than whatever uranium. So it could actually be a huge thing for the whole globe. So
don't tell Iran.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Iran. Sorry, Iran. Did we talk about them at all today? Because
at the top, we kind of were like, they're good. There's bombings.
Their goose is cooked.
They got 2 weeks.
They got 2 weeks. Indeed. And then
what
a 2 weeks. And then last but not least, how much cocaine is in the Nantucket sewer system? Well, you're finally going to find out, because ever since COVID, all the towns around America, including Nantucket, have been sending, their sewage water over to, analysis plants to see how much COVID they got going through the city. Nantucket is going to take it a step further. They're going to start scanning for how much drugs is in their water to try to manage the drug addiction problem. So soon we will know how much cocaine Nantucket is doing, because they're going to scan the sewers for it. You guys like that?
How is that going to help anything?
Because I guess they're saying if we know everybody here's a cokehead, then we can try to go talk to him about getting help.
I think it's going to create a competition.
But the average price of a home in Nantucket,
you get the numbers.
The average price of a home on Nantucket Island is $5 million. You think they have a little coke in their
a little
urine?
A little coke problem?
You think?
Probably.
What are we doing? Shaking down yes, of course. What are they going to do? Tell the rich people to stop doing coke?
Well, Mark, this is what happens when you have a local government with too much money and too much time on their hands. They start creating work that doesn't need to exist.
If I ever do coke again, it'll be on Nantucket.
Right. Like, you're going to turn down coke in Nantucket?
No, I'm not.
No one's going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, because and they also don't need to do this as a city. Nobody needs to know how much coke is in your fucking sewage water. Not even you. But you're going to do it anyways.
This is like checking for Boone's Farm and wherever that chick wested the first story from.
Yeah.
You think there's any Boone's Farm outside, 30 minutes outside of whatever the fuck, Missouri? Yeah.
Are there any Jews in Israel?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good study. Yeah.
Exactly. No, it's There's going to be a lot of coke in that sewage water. I can guarantee it. And that's the show. That's the week at Hard Factor. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, patreon.com/Hard Factor to play us in trivia tonight. Going to be extra fun. It always is. So get in there. But most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking weekend.
The cream of the crop.